A lot of teams, week one, have to iron out the wrinkles, work out the kinks. You guys hit the ground running, 49 zip against a good Wayne team. How were you guys able to do that, and what do you roll over to week two as you battle Lures this time from week one?
Well, I think offensively it kind of starts with the experience coming back, and Isaac and the receivers and running backs, those guys been playing together all summer and all spring, and last year 14 games under their belt, so they kind of know and have a rhythm and some continuity that I think has allowed our offense to be a little bit ahead of our defense at this point in time. And then the young offensive linemen, played fairly well. And so that was encouraging to see. Defensively, again, we're counting on some young guys that don't have experience, and certainly, we all made mistakes. But the experience at each of those positions, helped us through that first game. And, you're always jittery the first game, and certainly we made a lot of mistakes. But we were able to come out on top and see some progress, but also see a lot of things that we need to work on.
I think people expected your offense, because of those guys you were talking about, to hit the ground running. But as you mentioned, defensively, what impressed you specifically about what you were able to do defensively? Because pitch a shutout against anybody, you played well on defense.
Well, Wayne, brand new offense and very unorthodox. The wing T is foreign to the SAC. It's been around before, but not since the days back in, I think, Northside. And Wayne ran a different variation of it years ago, but it was a little bit different than what this wing T offense was. So, it took us 7 or 8 plays to get used to it. And what we as a coaching staff were most impressed with is how some of those young guys adjusted in the course of that first series. Mm-hmm. And, were able to get to where they were supposed to be on some of the new scheme. And certainly we'd seen it, but we couldn't simulate it and the speed of it in practice. And that, our inexperienced guys adjusting as quickly as they did was the biggest surprise, and certainly encouraging.
Looking forward to Bishop Lures this coming Friday night. What are your biggest concerns heading into the game? What are some of the things that you guys are working on this week to improve upon to be ready Friday night for a test against a good Lures team?
A very good Lures team. And what is most impressive about Bishop Lures every time you play them is how well coached they are, how hard they play. And that is, we have a tremendous amount of respect for their entire coaching staff, Coach Lindsay, because they do such a great job preparing their kids to play well and play hard every Friday night. And you're going to get that no matter what level you're playing them at, what year you're playing them. They're going to come out and demonstrate the same attributes no matter what Lures team it is. Coupled with, they have tremendous talent, and certainly Mac, number one, and the quarterback has played against us for 3 or 4 years. And has always played very well. Their defensive front is very impressive. It's the same 4 or 5 guys that played against us last year. And they are explosive. They're big, strong, powerful. So, along with their just well-coached and great program, they have tremendous talent this year to go along with it.
When you take a look at the importance of this game, one of the big goals I know for you guys every year is to be ringing the victory bell at the end of the season. Having a game of this magnitude early, what does that mean to you guys?
Well, we're used to playing Bishop Lures early. I mean, we've opened with them the last, 10 years. And so it's always been that beginning of the year you knew was going to be a great game, and would go into, not determining, but certainly a big part in who was going to be an SAC champion. And we haven't talked about SAC championships. We haven't talked about winning. We're talking about, let's just do our fundamental things right. This early in the season, there's just so many things that you have to do better. Offensively, defensively, special teams, up and down the board, every player and coach, that has been our focus. And it just so happens that you get one of the perennially better teams to play right off the bat, and you'll get a very clear measurement on where you're at on all of those benchmarks as to how you need to play as a position and as a unit, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Final question, biggest key for Friday night?
On offense, it's going to be blocking their guys. They're down guys. They're very explosive. They cause havoc in the backfield. They disrupt the entire offense. So on offense, it'll be those guys, and obviously on defense, it'll be trying to run around with number one.
So, anything else you'd like to say?
Good luck to all the teams in the SAC, and it's certainly fun to have football season here.
All right, awesome. I appreciate it, Coach.